All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. Today is October 29th. Happy Halloween to everybody out there. Hope you got your costumes ready. I, today, am dressed up as one of my heroes, Shohei Ohtani. I'm Shohei Ohtani. I can do it all. I am a girl dad. I'm a dog dad. I throw gas. I hit nukes. I build diabolical parlays. And I framed my best friend / interpreter as the fall guy for my crippling gambling addiction that could have been the biggest scandal in sports history, but you already know I'm the GOAT. I can't be taking the fall for anything like that. So, yeah, we're excited to have y'all back. My co-host, I don't know where he is. He's running a little late today. I'm short on time, so I just wanted to get started. But, yeah, we're excited to have y'all. Hold on. I think I hear something. Do y'all hear that?
Tan a machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house. 13, come on. 14, come on. 15, shut that muscle down. 16, come on. Get it. 17. You don't know me, son. Get it. 18. You don't know me, son. Get it. 19. You don't know me, son. Yeah.
Dark Goggins decided to join us. That's incredible. They don't know me, son.
Oh. What's up, guys? The name my mother gave me was David. First name David, last name Goggins. As you can see, I've spent a little time in the tropics lately. I'm, what's the word? I spent a little time with the Noctoucans, and
The audio is so muffled.
Is it really? I tested this beforehand. Hello?
There you
yeah,
go,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. I'm just not gonna. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My tribal mask, it gets a little in the way. I promise it won't bother people the whole show. Yeah. No. I went on a little expedition. As you can see, I've changed both soul, mind, appearance, even voice. They have really nice throat lozenges over there, and it's a lot of herbal stuff. Really, really fire. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Dark Goggins, where did you get the tank top? They don't know me, son.
This? We made it out in, yeah. I can't tell you where I don't want to, they don't really want to be bothered. Have you ever heard of the phrase carry the boats?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so.
Who's going to do it?
Exactly, us, me.
Okay.
But here's the thing. They would carry those boats 100 miles from, again, can't tell you where, village to the ocean to fish. I don't know if I've ever said that publicly, but that's where that comes from.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I've come a long ways. Came out of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was with me. He really, really likes to go out there, and we have a good time. Great place. If you want any recommendations, I'll talk to you in private, but I can't specify anything on air for sure. We have got We have got a huge episode today. Not only because it's Halloween, as you can see. We have, first of all, A&M in Baton Rouge this past weekend. Absolutely amazing game if you're an A&M fan.
ETA.
Honestly, if you're an LSU fan, you're kind of happy too. Because Brian Kelly got fired. And we will go into depth about that. Sorry, it's been so long since I've used technology. What else we've got? Obviously, AC Milan update. We'll recap the whole week of college football.
World Series.
NFL, there's a little bit to go over. Obviously, oh no, we didn't. Sports dude, top 25.
Oh, shoot.
We'll
make it on the fly.
We'll make it on the fly. We'll make top 25. We've got, what else do we have? We have a couple Halloween-themed segments that we're going to do, including Monster of the Week. And we're going to do, what was the other one that you wanted to do? Do you remember? You sent me one.
Did it? We'll do that one too.
Yeah, we'll do that one that we just talked about.
It'll be a surprise.
And then we've got movie review and then week 10 preview. Another good slate of games. Well, I know there's one game in particular that I'm excited about. My Cincinnati Bearcats are ranked 17th in the country. So
Deserved.
That is, and they've got a big game coming up this week against Utah. So we'll talk about that. I think that's most of what we covered. But I mean, it's going to take a long time to get through all of that anyway. With that being said, we've got some things to do today. Okay, we first got to talk about A&M LSU. Final score, Texas A&M 49, LSU 25.
And it could have been so much worse.
And
or better.
Marcel gets intercepted. I believe it was in the second quarter. No, was that the first?
No, it was the second.
Second quarter. A&M goes the first two possessions, both touchdowns. I believe they were very long drives. I don't know how many plays. I didn't write that down. But the only thing that A&M had working against them in the first half was turnovers, and one of them was Marcel's fault. The other one was just a good play by, I believe it's Delane.
Yeah.
He's one of the best corners of the country, 100%. Halftime, so LSU also, first drive, they go down and score. I believe it was Tradez Walker makes a great catch in the end zone against Will Lee. Halftime, I don't have what the score was at halftime.
It was 18-14.
18-14.
Yeah, 18-14 LSU at half.
Okay. Really, the big thing was the two turnovers. That was it. Because
well, really three if you count the blocked punt. I don't know that technically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you get a safety out of it, and then they have to punt to you. So it was. So in the first half, A&M had 258 total yards. They were 3 for 5 on third down. LSU in the first half, 189 yards, 0 for 5 on third down. So the scoreboard. This is where and this is what I've talked about and I love about Elko. I know most coaches preach this, but it's process over results, right? If you look up at the scoreboard at halftime, you go, we're not doing enough to win. But if you're a process-oriented team, you look up at, you know that right now you are beating them on third downs especially. You're moving the ball at will. It's just you had the two interceptions, and then on special teams, you had that blocked punt. In the second half, I mean, it was the adjustments came in. I think Elko was talking about how their, I believe it was their wide receivers were crack blocking their linebackers. So there was a little adjustment there. And then, I mean, the offense never got stopped. There was no stopping Marcel. Casey Concepcion takes the punt to the end zone. It was absolutely beautiful to watch. And if you told me at the beginning of the season that we would rout LSU in Death Valley, I would have said that you're on drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we both said, it was like my least confident preseason game.
Yes, 100%.
Looking ahead.
Yeah.
Nobody wins in Death Valley.
No. No, they do not. Yeah, A&M had 137 total punt return yards, I believe, and a touchdown. And that's not including the Terry Bussey kickoff, or a couple kickoffs, and which put us in really, really good field goal range. Or not field goal range, sorry. Just good field position to start off the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what were your total thoughts on the game?
I was dying at half. I mean, you already talked about it, but like there were so many like moments where it was just like A&M would just shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, you had the turnover from the 4-yard line, and then you had the good play on LSU. So that's not shooting themselves in the foot. But then, like, oh, you have to give them the ball. You get a stop on 3rd and 18. And then after the play, did you ever see that replay of the Desrick's personal foul? The video?
I did, yeah.
Where he just slapped him.
He slapped him in the face.
He just slapped him.
Yeah.
Like, and I was watching Jay Bateman's press conference this week, and he's like, yeah, like it was addressed very quickly. Like, you cannot be doing that. So he ended up saying, like, obviously we love Des and we trust him and he's a great player, but he knows he can't do that. But there was that. There was the Dalton Brooks dropped interception. There was the blocked punt for a safety.
Mm-hmm.
There were just so many things that were like, dude, we should be. I mean, if you don't turn that ball over, if you score there at 1st and goal from the 4, I mean, that's already 21-8.
7 was that
21-9?
No,
they had a
21-9.
touchdown and
Yeah.
a safety.
Yeah.
And that also includes the no personal foul after the play on the 3rd down. But it could have been bad early.
Yeah.
But man, that second half, I saw a thing recently talking. It was somebody, I think it was a former coach that was talking about like the whole second half adjustments thing. How it's like you can't really do too much because you get in there at half and you talk with your coaching staff. You really only have like 5 minutes to actually talk to your guys. So he was just saying like second half adjustment, that phrase is used too much because there's not really an opportunity to make that much happen. But it is, I mean, you see it with Georgia too. Georgia's second halves are so much better than their first.
Yeah.
And A&M, I mean, just against LSU the last 2 years, down 10 at half last year, BTA in the second. Down 4 in the first half this year, absolute BTA.
Yeah.
In the second. So I'm starting to, my BAS still exists. It'll always be a part of me, but it's starting to go down a little bit. I'm actually trusting this team, which I'm scared to let myself trust again.
I mean, according to the internet, I mean, we've won all our games this year, and we're going to lose the rest of the season because we're at 8-0 at this point. We've got
8-0
bye week, Missouri at Mizzou, which is going to be interesting. We'll talk about this in a little bit with Missouri losing Bo. I think Matt Zollers, though, is good.
Yeah, he looked good whenever he came in.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm sure there's an explanation to this, but Matt Zollers actually had a better stat line at the end of the game than Bo did. And I want to say Matt played less, but I'm assuming
He did.
I think, well, we'll get into it in a second. But anyway, A&M will have to play Mizzou. They get South Carolina at home, Samford, and then at Texas. The Texas game is obviously very scary because it's a rivalry game. I was kind of thinking on the way over here, if A&M were to win out until the Texas game, I was considering if maybe that game only has symbolic importance, but not actual importance on the SEC championship game. Mm-hmm. I would assume Bama would have to lose one more. They do play, I believe, OU. They have OU left. I don't know. They've already had such a difficult schedule. I can't imagine that they're playing anyone more difficult than, and they get OU at home. So, but it'll be, it's crazy. I mean, who would have thought that we'd be 8-0 at this point and 5-0 in SEC play, and yeah, you route LSU and Death Valley.
Fun fact, too. Obviously, A&M's defense outside of the LSU game and away games so far this year was Notre Dame, where we allowed 40.
Yeah. And
then Arkansas, where we allowed 42. So that struggled. On the road, A&M is averaging 45 points per game. And they've scored 40-plus in 4 straight conference or away games. And that is an A&M program record. And it has tied the longest streak of 40-plus points in away games in SEC history.
That's insane. This offense
travels.
It's like the reason that this team is so good, right? Like Marcel, he's 4th in Heisman odds right now. That's, I really think, because we're 8-0. Because like Sawyer Robertson for Baylor. Baylor's, I don't even know what their record is. He has thrown
4, I think.
4-4?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's thrown for like almost 300 yards a game. If Baylor was 8-0, Sawyer Robertson right now would be the Heisman favorite, or very close to. So, but with that being said, I'm not dunking on Marcel here. What I'm saying is that I think when a team's doing really, really well, we want to find one reason or like a couple reasons why A&M is as good as they are. It's not that there's one or two. It's the fact that you have KC, Mario, Terry, ABR, wide receivers stacked. Then you go to running backs, but then you have an offensive line protecting the running back. You have an offensive line protecting Marcel. Marcel, he can use his legs, which again, from a defensive perspective, if you have to guard 11 guys and not. Also, I wanted to point out, I watched again Film Guy Network. Highly recommend y'all listening or watching that. He was kind of, there were a couple plays where Harold Perkins, I don't know if he was like his assignment was to spy or if his assignment was to be in cover 2 or coverage, but he just he would look at Marcel and then try to find a body, and Marcel would just run out. It was confusing.
Both of Marcel's touchdown runs were because Perkins stopped looking at Marcel.
Yeah.
Long breakaway for the first score, and then the one where Marcel hit him with that little juke.
Yeah.
Oh, that made me so happy.
I know. That was
awesome.
That was kind of like the Lamar high school play where he just flies right by. Yeah. No. And then I don't know if I already said this, but you were saying second half adjustments maybe aren't as important, or there's not a lot said. It's more of just play harder. There's probably a couple tweaks, kind of like mentioning seeing what they're doing, and then I bet it's more probably identifying what the offense or defense is throwing at you and shoring up what you already know or already what the game plan is. But yeah, I mean, it's a process, right? It's just over 4 quarters, we will eventually break through and score more points than you. And that was the case with LSU on Saturday night.
Since A&M has a bye week, we're not going to do a breakdown later, I'm assuming.
Correct.
So I want to shout something out about A&M real quick.
Okay.
Or about Mike Elko specifically. That's so nice because it was the total opposite under Jimbo. Jimbo would get the highest rated guys, highest rated recruiting class of all time. And they never really seemed to pan out, and they would transfer somewhere else. and either do good or just fade. Because you saw guys like Evan Stewart legit went, but like Chris Marshall, 5-star. Smoke Bowie was high, and he ended up doing nothing. Like all those guys. Elko's the opposite, and it is so nice. I went through last night 24/7 of Elko's 2 completed recruiting classes so far.
Mm-hmm.
All of these guys I'm about to list are 3-stars, either out of high school or if they were transfers, they were rated 3-star transfers. Jamarian Morrow.
Wow.
True freshman, 3-star. And obviously Le'Veon goes down, which is why he's getting it. He's looked fantastic. He had a receiving and rushing touchdown this last week. Landon Rink, he's getting some reps right now with the D-line. 3-star. Nate Borkacher, 0-star out of high school, 3-star in the portal. He's obviously been incredible. Shane Calhoun, NFL roster. Coley Fau, center, all 11 and a half games last year. Did good. Trey Watson, he's a chief right now. Cassius Howell, obviously.
Yeah.
Incredible from Bowling Green. E.J. Smith, 3-star. Armaj Reed Adams, 3-star. Potential first-round draft pick this year.
Yeah.
B.J. Mays, last year, had 2 interceptions on us in that LSU game. Will Lee, 3-star.
I did not realize Willie was 3-star.
That's incredible. It is so nice to have that flipped from, they get all these high recruits and then they don't develop them or they just transfer out and they never really produce at the level you expect.
Yeah.
And now we know what we're looking for, whether it's culture fit, like schematically fits, all that stuff. And their stock rises so much. The development,
for sure,
even in just 2 years, has been crazy.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It's awesome. I don't know if you saw, Elko went on Bussin' with the Boys. Did you see that?
No. What?
I know. Isn't that crazy?
This week?
He did, yeah.
I'm going to listen to that today. I didn't see that.
And it's funny because a lot of it is what you would expect. It wasn't anything like he said differently about his press conference. And, of course, they asked him with all the job openings, what was he, what is his thinking on that. He said exactly what he said in the other press conference. It's just like, as a coach, I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm focused on this, and with my team, we're focused on the season and stuff. I get it. But he just emphasized discipline. It's getting the most out of what you have rather than trying to rely on talent or bringing in somebody who's just athletic and hoping that they
just
that.
You talking football and looking me in the eyes with that mask on, it keeps getting me.
Yeah. No, is there anything else that you want to say about this?
Marcel, I'll see you in New York. Please. I want it so bad.
He just makes, and I know he had the 2 picks, but I'm talking in the aggregate. He makes good enough decisions to put his really, really good players in positions to succeed. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about Arch a little bit, and it's felt like, I don't know, it's tricky because you look at the results and then you're tempted to say that they're doing something drastically different. With Arch, it does seem like maybe he's not confident playing within himself. Marcel feels like he's playing within himself and not trying to do everything.
I got to get something out real quick.
Yeah.
I'll show you for evidence. I wrote down over under 0.5 times Cole says he just plays within himself. I have it right there, the very bottom.
Uh-huh.
So, first bet for Otani today has hit.
Nice.
Come on.
I bet all your other ones will hit as well. 'Cause I do. There are a few things that I say over and over. Do you have one for process?
Process? No, I don't have
Okay,
one.
Yeah, that would hit.
That was the main one.
Okay.
I was like, I got to have a prop bet And I was like, he's going to say plays within himself. I knew it. That's just what Shohei does, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good one.
He wins.
That was a good one. Okay, is that let's see. That's all I've got on that game.
Incredible showing.
Elko's got the boys buzzing.
Hit the.
Wait.
Oh, you. That's crazy.
All right. Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Final score, Ole Miss 34, Oklahoma 26. Ole Miss finally gets their win on the road. I believe Lane Kiffin was 0-6 against ranked opponents on the road. Oklahoma, on the other hand, now is in a really, really tough spot with the schedule ahead of them. I looked it up. They have to play at Tennessee, at Alabama, Missouri, and LSU at home. That's brutal.
And real quick, on the flip side, Ole Miss has South Carolina, the Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State.
Yep.
I don't know how all the tiebreakers shake out since Ole Miss and Bama don't have a head-to-head, but I do not anticipate Ole Miss having another loss.
Well, why'd you say Florida when we were talking about Ole Miss?
You know why.
Is there something...
I said it last week, I think.
We don't know?
Well, that's changing now with LSU.
I know.
We'll get to that later.
There's I want to talk that there's so much to go into there. But yes, Ole Miss, you're 100% right. They are completely in the driver's seat for both a college football playoff and an SEC championship berth. Yeah, the teams at the top right now for the SEC, A&M, Alabama, Ole Miss. I would say those three right now are the clear, they control their own destinies for the most part. I guess if Alabama and A&M win out, they would go. But I would say Ole Miss is the next team up, considering the schedule that they have left and the fact that A&M, I don't know if Alabama's. I don't know Alabama's. I didn't look up the rest of their schedule, but they've already played such a difficult schedule. I would assume that they can't have too difficult of games down the stretch. A&M definitely has some games still coming up. So that remains to be seen 100%. But yeah, Ole Miss finally getting, a big road win. And I saw Lane Kiffin talking to the media about, because Brent Venables said something about we had the better team. We just, I guess, didn't play well. Oh, yeah. Lane Kiffin did not like that.
Lane Kiffin went off.
He did not like that. Which I guess I get what Brent Venables is saying, because he's like, you could say that as a coach, like that's an opinion, but obviously Lane did not appreciate that opinion being shared.
Poor OU.
Yeah.
I mean, a few weeks ago, before Mateer's surgery, everything was looking so good. Yeah. And they did something to the scheduling gods that was rough. And then having Mateer go down and come back, respect to him for coming back and playing right now, big time. I am not a Mateer hater, but he just hasn't been the same, which I don't think anybody would really look the same after that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's rough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's all I got for that game. You got anything else? Okay, moving on. South Florida at Memphis.
Piss me off.
Yeah. Final score, Memphis 34, South Florida 31. You really hate to see it for USF because they have had a really good season. Not to say that their season is over, but with now 2 losses, I mean, one of them is Miami, a top 10 team, but the other being Memphis, the team that you're competing against for a group of 5, the group of 5 spot in the playoff. Now that they have the head-to-head, now it just looks like Memphis and Navy are really competing for that playoff berth.
And Memphis plays Navy week 12?
I did not know that. Okay.
And
That's
as of right now, it looks like that'll be, as it stands, those are the two teams fighting for that spot.
okay.
And it's at Memphis.
Wow. Okay. That'll be something to look forward to in the coming weeks. But yeah, it's not over. If South Florida wins out, and then if Memphis were to drop another game, they would be, well,
I mean, they'd have the same record.
mm,
But USF, that's hard because USF's is to Miami, but then also the head-to-head.
yeah.
Their strength of schedule, USF's would be much better,
Yeah.
but they have the head-to-head loss.
That's the unfortunate part. Honestly, I could see the committee putting South Florida in. I don't know though. Head to head should matter the most. It's just like South Florida, they scheduled a really difficult team, and Memphis lost to UAB, team that just fired their head coach.
Yeah.
So Memphis's loss is way worse than South Florida's loss, obviously. So yeah, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. Yeah, do you have anything else about that game? I don't either.
G5's exciting. I know people who hate on the top G5 team having a playoff spot. I think
Really?
it's entertaining.
I like
During the regular season, keeping up with it. We're paying it. Who would have thought that Memphis versus USF or Navy versus Memphis matters?
Yeah.
So I like it.
I love it. I think we haven't had a Cinderella, like group of 5 Cinderella team probably, well, ever, because it's always been BCS National Championship or I guess Cincinnati was that, but Cincinnati lost. I mean, they kind of got handled by Alabama, but everyone got handled by Alabama that season. So it would be really cool to one day see like, Memphis like win 1 or 2 games in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I know they didn't win a game. Boise State had a bye last year.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I forgot about Boise State. Alabama at South Carolina. Final score: Alabama 29, South Carolina 22. How the hell did Alabama win this game?
That was ridiculous.
With 1:39 on the clock, tie game. Lenoris tries to reach out and gets the ball punched out. Alabama recovers. Alabama goes on to score a touchdown with 47 seconds on the clock. South Carolina gets the ball back, and they do absolutely nothing with it. And that makes it 2 years in a row that South Carolina has lost to Alabama in heartbreaking fashion. South Carolina's season continues to disappoint, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause they're 3-5 now.
Yeah.
Jeez. I wasn't preseason. I had South Carolina going 8-4, and I was saying I think they'll disappoint a little bit.
Yeah.
I had them at 8-4. They're already at 3-5.
It is really, really sad because South Carolina is one of those programs where, they're kind of, okay, would you say South Carolina is a tier 2 program? Oh, you would go lower.
I might go lower.
Okay.
What have they done?
Because I'm thinking of, I know Steve Spurrier was there for a little bit.
Oh, I mean, all time.
That's
I don't know.
That's what I meant.
I don't know.
I couldn't really put their historical football importance to the sport in perspective. So, and yeah, because I was, the expectations, like, from the fan base, I feel like in previous years haven't been super, super high. And I felt like this season, Lenora Sellers was like, oh, this could be our Heisman guys. This could be our guy that leads us to the promised land. And to be honest, I haven't followed South Carolina closely enough to really know where to put blame. blame. I just felt going into the season that they didn't have a complete enough team to make it through how difficult the SEC is. And of course, I thought that they were going to have games like this where they, give a team like Alabama a scare, but or that they could compete even. But I just didn't feel like they would be the team being hunted at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this game, the Vandy game, and the Texas game, all going on, all finishing at the same time. Absolutely, I was watching. I had 3 screens up, and I was like, "This is why we love college football."
Mm-hmm. I just pulled up South Carolina's schedule. I don't think they're making a bowl game.
Seriously?
This week they have Ole Miss.
Oy.
The week after, or then they have a bye, and then A&M, and they close the season at Clemson. To be bowl eligible, they have to win. They can only lose 1 more game.
They have 3 games left?
4.
4.
Coastal is another one.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Coastal, but I would assume they're going to be favored. But that means they have to win 2 out of Ole Miss, A&M, Clemson.
Do you think that we could possibly have another coaching position
I don't think
up
so.
for grabs?
I don't think he would get fired.
Okay.
Their schedule, they got screwed too. They have it rough. And I don't know.
Because how long has he been there?
Few years. I want to say COVID.
Okay.
About.
And yeah, the expectations at South Carolina are not the expectations at LSU or Florida. But
I also don't think, we'll talk about this later, there's going to be the money that's going to get thrown around this offseason to coaches is going to be higher than it's ever been. I don't think South Carolina is in a spot right now to get in a bidding war for some of those like tier 2 type coaches because they're not going to make a run at like Lane.
Yeah. That is really interesting because I can't say for the first time, but it feels like the demand for quality coaches right now, all-time high. So if you're the names that always get thrown around, right? Dan Lanning, Kirby Smart, like if you're one of those coaches, not to say that either of those guys would want to leave their programs, but if they did, they could get whatever they want, considering LSU's calling, Florida's calling, Arkansas's calling, Penn State's calling. Yeah. That's going to be interesting to watch. And we'll talk about it a little bit more in a second. Moving on, another one of those games that we said that was going on at the same time. Missouri at Vanderbilt. Final score, Vanderbilt 17, Missouri 10. A very defensive battle. Not a lot of points scored. Like I mentioned, Bo Prabula, Missouri starting quarterback, injured in the third quarter with about 11-15 left, I believe. And but Matt Zoller's stat line coming in pretty much like start of the third quarter, 14 for 23, 138 yards and a touchdown. I believe Bo had like 90-something yards, no touchdowns. Box score really doesn't mean a whole lot because those coaches and players know, who's more consistent over 4 quarters, especially when they know the game plan. But I really thought Vandy was really solid on both sides of the ball, and they really just kind of outlasted Missouri.
And Missouri almost did it. Hail Mary.
Yeah.
At the 1.
I didn't see this. I was told about it, and then I saw a clip later. That was.
They almost did it.
That was really close. Yeah, because you had this game going on. You had the Texas game where it was going to overtime and Niblett's punt return. And then you also had Lenore's fumbling the ball. I mean, it was just absolute cinema. Yeah, what were your thoughts on the game?
Vandy, man. I mean, I think it's Clark Lee. And their defense.
I love Clark Lee.
And they're like, I don't know how to word this well. It's just like the sum of its parts,
Yeah.
Like, this is not hate because I'm a fan. Pavia statistically against SEC opponents has not really done anything, but he's done what he needed to do, and everyone else around him has done what they needed to do. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like, you could have Sawyer Robertson, not hate on Sawyer Robertson, but you can have a quarterback who throws for 300 a game and 4 touchdowns, but they're 4-4. And you would trade that, I feel like, in an instant.
Yep.
For a quarterback whose stats don't pop off the sheet, but you're 7-1 or whatever they are, which is crazy to think Vanderbilt is 7-1.
I know.
So major respect to Clark Lee and that entire team.
Yeah.
Because they're just putting it together. They're a fun group.
They really are. Also, where's Pavia in the Heisman rankings?
I think he's like 5th or 6th.
Okay.
And like that's kind of where I
He hit it
struggle
again.
because it's like I don't know. I'm gonna mess this up. I don't have it written down or anything, but I think against SEC teams he's averaging like 180 yards, a touchdown, and a pick a game or something. It's like that's not Heisman numbers, but as a leader, like intangibly, he's leading that team and that culture.
Yeah.
Is really a huge part because of him. So
Definitely.
I respect Pavia a lot. And I'm not trying to tear him down because his stats are bad. I don't know. It'd be fun if he made it into the Heisman ceremony, if he was a finalist. But I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But hey, power to him. If he's there, I'm happy for him.
Yeah. I mean, if he leads them to a college football playoff berth, heck, if he leads them to an SEC championship berth, I mean, he'll be a legend around there forever.
If they win this weekend, that SEC championship berth, that gets real. That talk gets real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because
They're
we'll
coming
talk
here to
about it.
Austin.
That is such an intriguing game for me because we'll talk about it later, but Texas just scraping by. Vandy looks like a legit team, but you know, I mean, Texas they have athletes. They have Colin Simmons. They've got Anthony Hill, Wingo. Yeah, so it's going to be on the road for Vandy. So, man, we'll talk about that game more later. But BYU at Iowa State. Final score: BYU 41, Iowa State 27. You texted me right before this game started and said, "Can I change an official pick on the podcast?" And then you were like, "Never mind. I want to be professional about it." For a second there, you wanted
looked
to
smart.
It looked really because Iowa State got out to a big lead. You wanted to switch your pick from BYU to Iowa State. You did say, "No, I won't change it." And this is either before the game really got started or it was before Iowa State got up. I was going to give it to you, but you said you weren't going to do it. You ended up being right. BYU beats an Iowa State team that is really beat up.
Really beat up.
Yeah.
It's this BYU. It's the same story as last year, where they're undefeated over halfway through the season, and no one, including myself, and I would assume you too, is like really like respecting them as like a contender.
Yeah.
And
no
it's just
disrespect, but
I mean, it
love Matt
happened
Campbell,
last year
but
too.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. Number 47 quarterback, Bear Bachmeier, he's doing his job.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Wait, Rocco Beck is he hurt?
No, he's Iowa State. I'm talking about BYU.
Oh, you're talking about BYU. Gotcha. Yes, BYU. Yeah, they're undefeated. There was a Big 12 game. I don't know who BYU's schedule is coming up, but
They beat Utah, who people respect.
they beat Utah. They play Texas Tech.
They play Texas Tech next
Yes,
week.
That's the
They're
one
on
that
bye
I'm
in
thinking
the
of.
Tech.
I'm very excited for that game.
They got Cincinnati left too.
I know.
And TCU.
Bearcats. Yeah, TCU. I honestly haven't been keeping up with TCU, but my Bearcats, they're 5-0, and that's Big 12 play. Illinois at Washington. Final score, Illinois 25, Washington 42. I hate to be the I told you so. And I honestly don't like being a hater. I just wasn't as high on Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So, not a hater. People from the great state of Illinois, please don't come after me. But I didn't think y'all had it, and Washington's also pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I picked Washington in the pick'em. I think I picked Washington here.
See, I have been not a hater, but I didn't really respect Illinois, but they kept like causing me to eat my words after I talk about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
So,
beat USC.
I went in on them this week. I bet on their money line. I had them in the pick'em. I was like, they've done enough. They deserve my respect. And of course, the second I put money on them, they get dog walked. But
Yeah.
how
Shout out
did
Washington.
DeMond Williams look? I didn't watch this game.
I didn't watch this game either, so I have no idea. If you want to pull up the box score.
Getting it. 280 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Golly.
Pretty good,
That's really
I'd
good.
say. He's a guy to watch for the future of Washington, or possibly transfer portal, go to a Big Ten school type.
I mean, again, we'll talk more coaching later. Jed Fish, he gets his respect. He was good at Arizona.
Yeah.
No, he's got Washington looking good right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was they were talking about him as a potential candidate at A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Good for Washington, man. I have nothing but love for that program, considering they're a legit program. Like, they have gone to the college football playoff, the 14 playoff. They've gone to the national championship recently. They've produced big-time guys like Michael Penix, Roman Dunze. I mean,
That whole team especially.
yeah.
Yeah, they've been to 2 14 playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
With Jake Browning, I believe, was their quarterback.
Really?
I
Was he
believe
that
so.
first year? Because that was with Jameis and Mariota.
Yes. Because
Or
wasn't it...
against Jameis and Mariota, obviously.
Were the teams, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it Washington, Michigan State? Was Michigan State, or were they just like in the running and then they lost at the end?
They lost at the end.
Okay.
They almost made it, I think.
Oh, because did Washington play Alabama and then Florida play Oregon? Am I right with that? No.
I don't remember.
Florida State? That's
That
what
was
I
a
meant.
long. What year was that? 2016?
I wanna
2015?
Was that the first year of the playoff?
No, because that was Ohio State. Cardale
Yeah.
Jones.
That's, yeah. Okay.
'Cause- Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. But, I mean, they're kind of a powerhouse program that we don't really think about. And I guess they were in the Pac-12.
Pac-12, baby.
Yeah, so that probably helped. And now they're in the Big Ten. It's a little different, but still, legit program. Okay, speaking of my Cincinnati Bearcats, Baylor at Cincinnati. Final score, Baylor 20, Cincinnati 41. Cincinnati 5-0 in Big 12 play, number 17 in the country. Come on. If y'all remember, if y'all are longtime listeners of the show, I picked them to be my Big 12 runner-up. A lot of research went into that pick. No, to be honest, with last year being Arizona State and who was it at the end? Baylor? Arizona State, Iowa State. Who was the Big 12 championship last year? Was it Iowa State?
Yeah,
versus-
Iowa
okay.
State, Arizona State.
Last
Was
year,
it
Iowa
Rocco?
State and Arizona State were picked dead last in the. I know Arizona State was in the Big 12, and they ended up going on to the show. So Cincinnati, I literally just looked at the bottom of the Big 12, and I picked Cincinnati, and here we are. I didn't watch this game. I just know Cincinnati had it in the bag the whole way. Did you watch this game?
No.
Yeah. I'll be watching next week, though, when they play whoever they're playing.
Whoever. I don't know who they're playing.
Whoever they're playing. Okay. Texas at Mississippi State. Final score, Texas 45, Mississippi State 38. What the hell went on in Starkville this past Saturday?
I feel so bad for Mississippi State fans,
I feel
dude.
terrible.
They have had it rough.
I feel terrible.
Oh, they've had it rough.
They've lost to Tennessee close. They've lost to Florida close. They've lost to now Texas, where they were up 17 they were up 17 at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and then they were up again by 17 with 10 minutes to go. And then they had to punt it to Niblet.
Niblet's insane. He's very good.
He is very good at returning punts. Arch.
It was Arch's best game of his career,
And he got hurt.
Bro, did you
he
end up
actually
seeing
get
it?
hurt? I saw him got carried. I didn't think that he actually got hurt. That was my impression. But
It had to be a concussion, I thought.
Okay.
Because he was laying flat on his back, and then he sat up, and his eyes were like rolling back, and he was trying to like blink hard.
interesting.
So it took him a minute to get up, and they helped him off. So I think it was just his head. He hit the ground hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how Texas fans feel about that.
Yeah, we'll see tonight. The injury report comes out because I was watching breakdowns or previews for Vanderbilt, Texas, and they were like, they haven't said anything about Arch yet.
Interesting.
So,
well, yeah,
who
Matthew
knows?
Caldwell came in and
Won the game.
he won the game for him.
The future of that program, Matthew Caldwell.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you take away from this one? What do you think about? Like it is hard. So playing in Starkville, I mean, A&M's had its fair share of scares / losses in Starkville. Texas goes in there. I mean, they get down by 17. What do you think about? What do you think's the takeaway from this if you're a Texas fan?
If you're a Texas fan,
Yeah.
I think if you're a Texas fan, you're holding out hope that this is your. I know it's year 2. I'm not saying anything. Don't take this out of context. Don't clip this. You're hoping that for this season, this is like your welcome to the SEC, because you had such a great team last year. There was a lot of roster turnover, and you're hoping that we're starting to see the gauntlet of the SEC even against these bottom feeder type teams. And I think you're just hoping that okay, this might get them going. This might get them prepare them for the harder matchups they're about to have because they have Vanderbilt. They have to go to Athens still.
Yeah.
That's
I
tough.
forgot about that.
That's tough.
Yeah. That's really tough. So if you lose to Vanderbilt, your 2 losses with Georgia and A&M still on the schedule. We could say this every week. Every game is very, very important, but it gets really, really tricky if you lose to Vanderbilt at home.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a Texas fan, I really think that the offensive line has been, an issue. And I really think that the fact that they haven't played coherently throughout the season has really impacted your ability to run the football and also protect Arch. And honestly, let Arch learn how to play quarterback in the SEC. It's kind of stunted the growth of other things. And so the team as a whole just hasn't been able to click. But you see flashes of it, like scoring 17 points. But you needed a kick return to do it you needed that kick return too. So if you're at the University of Texas, you're always going to have good players. But I really just think Arch still needs to develop. But the thing is people have such a quick trigger these days. I don't know if he's going to be given the time to do that. So. Big game this coming weekend, but I think it was cool to see your team bounce back and, win that. It could be something that is a positive and really affects the rest of the season. But yeah. Do you have anything else for that?
I don't.
Okay. This is the last one that I have written down, unless there's one game that I'm missing. Houston at Arizona. Final score, Houston 24, Arizona State. Arizona State 16. I didn't even realize this game happened until I'm doing the notes on this. Arizona State now has 2 losses in the Big 12, and they're 5-3 overall.
Mm-hmm.
So they are. I mean, with considering how BYU is 5-0, Cincinnati's 5-0. I'm sure I'm missing some other, but they're not one of the top teams in the Big 12 right now.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Not good. I picked them to win the Big 12, so.
Which is a shame. Because, like, Jordan Tyson was out. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
I mean, I think that team only goes as far as Levitt and Tyson take them this year.
Yeah.
So losing Tyson that's bad.
And Levitt wasn't in for, I believe, the Utah game when they got smacked.
Really? I don't remember.
I know. I believe he was not in for.
Oh yeah, because it was Jeff Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, untimely injuries, you could say maybe affected that, but still, those happened during the year. So, good for Houston now. They are now, honestly, Houston's now at the top of the Big 12, or I guess they only have, I believe, 1 loss. Can't remember. It's to Texas Tech. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they are definitely in a position to possibly play for a Big 12 championship berth, which would be great for the University of Houston and Willie Fritz.
I love Willie, man. That's my guy.
He is awesome.
That's my guy.
He is awesome.
Did you see their strength coach died the day before the game?
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible.
I don't know if he was still their active strength coach because he had cancer. But
okay,
he worked
did
with
see
Moffitt.
the segment. I saw the segment on him.
That's
That's
sad.
terrible.
Sad.
That's so sad. Yeah.
So they won it for him.
That's terrible. Yeah. Okay. You have anything else? Any other games that I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to coaching carousel. We're going to talk about the hiring, more firings. So I just listed out all of the firings that have happened and then the programs that are now in need of a coach. LSU fired Brian Kelly. Penn State fired James Franklin. Florida fired Billy Napier. Arkansas fired Sam Pittman. Virginia Tech fired Brent Pry. UCLA fired Deshaun Foster. Oklahoma State fired Mike Gundy. And Oregon State fired Trent Bray. There's also UAB, but I mean, I'm more talking about Power 5 than big programs. That's a lot of jobs.
It's a lot of big jobs.
Yeah.
LSU and Florida are enormous jobs. Penn State is right there.
Yep. And then Arkansas, UCLA, kind of.
And there's still potentially more. Auburn could be.
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe South Carolina makes a move. Who knows? Yeah, it's crazy times. Do you think that this is just kind of an anomaly, or do you think that this is a result of something, all the changes that have been happening?
I think it's partially due to the changes.
Think more expectations. They're expected to get things done quicker.
I mean, with the transfer portal era, you see it with players where there's a lot of roster turnover for every team every year. And I think with coaches, the timeline just got shortened. Where if you don't, especially at these big programs, like a program like LSU or Florida, especially LSU.
Yeah.
Where like the timeline's just shorter now. You don't have your whole first contract of 6 years to work with like you used to.
Yeah.
Because if you're funneling $20 million a year into your football program and you know in year 2, oh, this is not looking good, you're not just going to sit it out for another 4 years.
Sure. Well, and yeah, because usually you would have to say, all right, well, they need to get their guys in there, their guys that they've recruited. And now, I mean, they can literally just kind of almost cherry pick the guys that they want and build a team where, and to be honest, it's, they've talked a little bit about like it's more mercenary football where it's like they're coming to get paid and stuff like that. So maybe a little bit more of it is perception as far as, LSU has Barry Brown. LSU has Nick Anderson. He did really good at Oklahoma. He's obviously it's going to translate to a new system, new quarterback, new coach, and everything. So I think perception-wise, I think there has been a significant change of, LSU has all these players. Of course they're going to be good this year. I do think reality, though, is that you kind of, as a player, have to get adjusted to the system, and it does take a little bit of time, like, in actuality. But, for most people, perception is reality. So, ADs, people maybe who are making these boosters, especially like LSU boosters and government officials, which is crazy that government officials are involved in this now.
The governor of Louisiana.
That's crazy. But, if you've never coached before, I think you're just like, if you just get a bunch of good players on a team, they're going to be good. You're not. That is right. That is somewhat right, but there are other factors that do have to play, that do play a part, and I think coaches understand that. But, it's kind of the new world that we live in. I think coaches kind of know this, and so it's not like they're blindsided by it. But, if you maybe Billy Napier's a better example, because I feel like he was given, 3 years, 4 years? 4 years. Okay, that's a good long time. But with the schedules that he had, it makes sense. However you want to run your program, but with all these changes, it has definitely made. I felt like the administrations definitely, I feel like, have they feel validated for pulling the trigger maybe a little quicker than they would have.
This carousel is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Do you have any insight into who any of these teams are looking at? Because I haven't gone into this.
The biggest name is Lane, but at this point, it feels like you're going to have to pony up like $15 million.
Yeah,
which is insane. And the ripple effect of that, too, of guys like Kirby. Like Kirby's, I'm just using Kirby as an example. Kirby's a top-tier coach, and I wouldn't be shocked if he was like, why is this guy making $2 or $2.5 million more than me? Like, get that new contract up, or get that contract renewed and give me a raise.
Yeah. So
Lane is obviously a big name for Florida and LSU. The current favorite for LSU is John Summerall from Tulane.
Okay.
Which
I have heard his name thrown around.
Been a lot of good things for him recently. But James Franklin has been linked to Arkansas and Virginia Tech.
Interesting. I think that would be a home run hire for Arkansas. Personally.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it'd be a home run job for Franklin.
Yeah, I agree.
Because his sights are set on. Every coach wants to win a national championship. I think he's as committed to that idea as anybody out there that's like currently unemployed. And based on how the Arkansas AD is talked, it doesn't seem like there's much of a commitment or as strong as a commitment as some other places, but it's not like Virginia Tech is going to have much better.
Yeah.
Have anything better to offer.
I think, again, I've already kind of stated my opinions on James Franklin so far. I don't think LSU fans would be very happy because of the narratives that surround him, but I think James Franklin at LSU could potentially work. Very similar, probably maybe a little more resources at LSU. They're both tier up there programs, top of their conferences. Since LSU just hired Brian Kelly and he didn't pan out, James Franklin, they might think is kind of the same story of like, oh, big coach at a big up north program, come down here, it's not going to work. I mean, I really like James Franklin. I think I like his philosophy in coaching, and I think he did a great job at Penn State. I think LSU, if they got James Franklin, I mean, unless you just want to go with some young, hungry assistant or somebody who's been coaching in the smaller venues, I mean, James Franklin knows how to run a program. He understands high expectations. Yeah.
I'm curious to see the directions that LSU and Florida take specifically, because they had opposite blueprints the last time that they hired these coaches that just got fired. Because LSU went and poached a big fish from Notre Dame in Brian Kelly, and that didn't pan out. So are they maybe looking to not just outbid for some big name and get a guy like Summerall? And then Florida's the opposite, where they fired Mullen and they went and got a group of 5 coach in Napier from La Tech. Maybe they're like, we're done with projects or potential. We want wins now, or people with proven track records. So maybe they go and try to poach somebody like Lane. I still think I like Lane there.
Yeah, I know. I think he would fit it, and I think he would like it. But
there are a lot of assistants that are getting a lot of love. I mean,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Or not assistants and like group of 5 type, like Summerall, Alex Golesh from USF. His name's been thrown around. And then Will Stein, OC from Oregon.
That's who I was going to ask about.
I'm a big Will Stein believer. Will Stein from Oregon. I mean, even like Colin Klein. His name hasn't been as like concrete of like, look into this guy, because this is year 2 at A&M in the SEC being an OC. But he's going to be a head coach eventually. I don't know if it would be yet. I think he deserves it at certain programs, but it wouldn't. There's no way it would be like an LSU or a Florida or Penn State.
Yeah.
I hope this is somewhat selfish, but also I do think this is thinking of Klein's best interest, because I love Colin Klein. I hope that he doesn't rush into a decision and go somewhere with no potential. Like Oklahoma State, I don't see much potential there. I know they're in the Big 12, but I mean, if it were Big 12, dude, hold out for Kansas State. They're struggling right now. That would be awesome. Go back where you played, where your coaching career started. That would be cool. I just don't want to see him jump on a sinking ship.
Yeah, totally. No, selfishly, I would want him to stay and continue, at least for this group of quarterback, wide receiver, all that. Because Marcel, I mean, I guess, what is Marcel? Marcel is a redshirt sophomore,
but it's his 3rd year, so he could go to the draft. But his name hasn't been thrown out there, and I mean, I guess he's definitely improved his stock. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back, but I still don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what his stock looks like. Again,
Craver has another year.
I mean, KC probably will.
Oh, Casey's gone. Casey's gone.
Yeah.
And good for him. I would love for him to stay as long as he could, but
I want him to.
He also he earned the right to go.
He should go tear it up in the NFL, honestly.
And I think he could.
Get it back.
He could do good.
He's one of the best A&M players I've ever seen, period. Because
most electric.
It's like Christian Kirk's fast, smaller guy. A-Chain, Swiss Army knife. KC is better than different archetype, but
he's comparable to A-Chain with the special teams and offensive game.
Yes. I want to say A-Chain. I don't know. They're very similar. I feel like KC stronger lower body, very shifty, but A-Chain would probably beat him in a 40-yard dash.
A-Chain too also was on bad A&M teams, which I'm sure perceptually, if that's a word.
Good point. Yeah.
Changes it a bit. If A-Chain was on this team, he would be, Lord have mercy.
That would be.
He would be viewed different, I feel
honestly, he probably, I mean, that would just be an embarrassment of riches. Okay. We forgot to do our top 25 this week. Do you want to just do the top 10?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that would be
Easy.
pretty easy. Do you hear something?
I think I do. What's that?
I don't I don't know what it. Oh. Wait, I don't hear it.
Sports Dude Top 25.
10. Top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10. Let me pull up my list. Crap. Do you want to do it this week? I'm trying to.
I think we agree on the top 4. You want to
Okay.
start from 1 this time since we're
Yes.
working live? I think the top 4 we agree on: Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Bama.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same.
Yes.
I've seen. Hey, A&M got a first place vote in the AP poll.
I
Did
did
you see that?
I did see that.
That's crazy.
Here we go.
And they got a couple number 2s. But yeah, I'm comfortable having them stay at 3, having that top 4 not change.
Yes.
5.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm gonna have Georgia at 5 over Oregon.
Georgia. Okay, that's who I had last week. Yeah,
Mhm.
I also have Georgia. Oregon. Did they have a bye week or did they play Wisconsin?
Wisconsin was 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. Okay, I couldn't
I
remember.
think they were on bye.
They might have had a bye. Yeah, I think Oregon stays at 6. I mean, really, it's Georgia
It's
Tech.
kind of unchanged.
Yeah, Ole Miss. I did have Oklahoma at 9. They would not be at 9. BYU,
No, you're looking at an old one.
Oh, am I looking at?
There's
Oh,
no
yeah,
way
yeah.
you had OU at 9 last week. Right?
Yeah. Maybe
I had
I'm outing
OU at
myself.
14.
Maybe I'm outing myself, but I had. Did I really have OU at 9?
After losing to Texas.
They were still 1 loss. Yeah, I think I did. Because I have them over BYU. I had them over Vanderbilt. Which I don't know why I had them over Vanderbilt. Honestly, I don't know why I had OU at 9, but I did.
Okay. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M,
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
Bama.
Higher.
Georgia. Top 5.
Yeah,
Right.
Easy.
That 6 through 10, I feel like is so easy to switch around.
To interchange, yeah.
Do you have? Okay. Oregon
Mm-hmm.
at 6.
I think. Let's go Georgia Tech.
You like Tech at 6?
I like Oregon at 6.
Oregon 6, Georgia Tech 7.
And then Ole Miss.
Miami,
Or do you want to put
Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt? I kind of like Vanderbilt.
over Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Miami.
Okay. The sports dude top 10 can I'm fine with that. Me personally, I'm still putting Miami over Vanderbilt.
Okay.
But so Vanderbilt 10, Miami 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. That's our top 10.
There we go.
Yeah, it was. We have a lot going on today, so it was the thing that got forgotten about. Let me click back to. Okay, that is our top 25. Okay, we're gonna take a short break. It's not gonna be a break for you. It's gonna be a break for us. We're gonna cut it, and we will be back momentarily. Okay, we're back. NBA talk. This segment you just get to talk about Wibby. I'll just let you.
Wibby.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
Come on.
Yeah.
My
go ahead.
goat. We're like 5% through the NBA season, so I understand it's a long season. Wemby is insane. So we recorded last Wednesday, a few hours before the first Spurs game. Wemby in his first game, he had 40 points, 15 boards, 3 blocks. And the highlights were unbelievable. The reverse jam and one, that was crazy. The volleyball spike block on Derek Lively, who's 7'1".
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, you did, because that was the one where he blocked it and then got the ball and immediately went down and hit a deep three.
Oh, yeah. I did see that, yeah.
That was not even just a deep three. He went down, ISO, crossover, step back, swish, and 1 4-point play. Unbelievable.
And you showed me that highlight, and when he was going down the court, I was like, if he hits a three, he better not hit it. And of course, he just like pulled up from the logo.
That's the crazy part. Is like watching. I'll see a Wemby highlight, and he'll have some crazy block. I'm like, oh, let's go. And then I'm like, wait, there's 15 seconds left in this clip, and I keep watching, and he'll just pull up from the logo or have some crazy jam. He's ridiculous. He had one the other night where he had back-to-back blocks. He had a block, rebound, offensive rebound, blocked that guy right in the paint, went down, logo 3, immediate. Just unbelievable. So he's ridiculous. He's the first player in NBA history with 100 points and 15-plus blocks in his first 30 games of the season. And again, small sample size, yes, 3 games, I get it. They're 4 now, they won again. They're 4-0 for the first time in a few years. Crazy stat. The Spurs have never started 5-0.
How's that possible?
I don't know. It makes no sense to me.
That's insane.
They've never started 5-0. So tomorrow night they play the Heat, I believe, with a chance to make some history.
He's a legitimate alien.
He is. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And different sports, I know. It's not one-to-one comparison. I know I'm a fan, so I'm a Spurs fan, so I feel it more. But watching him, to me, is like watching Ohtani. And we'll talk plenty of Ohtani here in a bit. But
we will.
It's just like things you've never seen before. And it's unbelievable. And I am enjoying every second of it. And he's only 21 years old.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
He is insane. Yeah, the tribe, everyone knows him. Like the people, the tribe that I was at, that I told you about earlier at the very beginning, they know who he is. And they have no electricity. There's no communication out there. It is purely word of mouth that has traveled through the jungles and the rainforests. Pure, Wembanyama. And it's made its way to this. I kid you not, they have a shrine built to him in the middle of the village.
I'd fit in.
Yeah. No, when we carry the boats 100 miles in the morning, they're all chanting be like Victor.
Yeah. He's reaching unreached people groups. That's his legacy already.
It's legitimately insane.
It's so fun. He's now second. Again, small sample size, I know. He's now second in odds to win MVP. After one game, after the game against the Mavs, game 1, his odds went from plus 1,200 to plus 370 to win MVP from one game because he went crazy. And then he almost had a triple-double in game 2 with blocks. And he honestly got screwed out of it. He had it. He had 9 blocks, and he had committed 5 fouls already. And he went up and he blocked a guy for his 10th block, but they called a foul. So he fouled out, and they didn't give him credit for the block.
That's insane.
Sucks, but he's gotten it before already. He's already had a triple-double with blocks. So it wouldn't have been a first, but...
That's absolutely insane.
He's WMVP. Dylan Harper's been doing great, rookie. I'm feeling so old watching the NBA this year because a lot of these rookies, Cooper Flagg is 18 years and 10 months old.
Mm-hmm.
VJ Edgecombe, 19. Dylan Harper, 19. Just going crazy.
Yeah, it's I think it's the Spurs to lose this year, right?
I don't want to go on air saying that. I'll say that privately. But hey, they're in first place right now. They're one of 4 undefeated teams. They're tied with the Thunder for first in the West.
Do you want to say any words about publicly about Shea?
Oh God, how long do we have?
Do you want to put that on air?
Shea has no bag.
I mean,
I'm a hater.
Okay, we were having this discussion. I was saying Shai's foul baiting is the tush push of the NBA because people are like, I hate it. I hate the fact that he can just do this and score points. And my thing on it is like, well, okay, either don't foul him or the fact that he's such a good shooter makes you have to guard him so close, and then you end up fouling.
And I agree with that. Like the tush push is effective, and Shea's foul baiting is effective. So I'm not hating on the effectiveness of it, but it's an aura loss. No one watches the tush push and is like, that was incredible.
Sure.
They're like, oh, they got a yard. No one can stop it. Like, power to them. Power to Shea. I mean, he got 23 free throws the other night. And he can do that. He's getting the calls. Not saying it's like the refs aren't paid off, but he's getting the calls, so he can do it. But I can't be like, oh, this is like the best player to watch in the NBA. Because it's like no bag. You have all these crazy like signature moves, and I feel like his signature move is getting downhill and then throwing the ball up and falling to the ground. And I'm not saying it's ineffective. I'm saying no aura. I was actually here. This is interesting because I'm not a hater. I'm not like I hate Shea, but I think he has no bag. I was talking to a Thunder fan last night, a diehard Thunder fan, and he was like, I love my team. I love the Thunder. They're really good. No one can argue that. But, like, they're so cringe. He's like, Shea's
really?
like,
He said
yeah,
that?
you know him. You know who I'm talking
I
about.
do know who you're talking
I
about.
think you know who I'm talking about.
I believe I do.
Lives here in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, the Instagram captions are cringe. He goes, Chet's just ugly. Chet's ugly. But I mean, if you're a Thunder fan, you should love them because they just won a championship. But that gave me hope. That gave, like, I earned so much respect. That guy earned my respect last night. Just being like, it's very realistic. I feel like we agree. It's like, it's not that he's a bad basketball player, but like the whole like aura thing is kind of cringe.
In the great words of the philosopher Paul Skeens, greatness is boring.
Greatness is boring.
Exactly. It's the fact that you do all the little things. It's the fact that you just win, no matter how you win. It's just the fact that you win.
2017 Astros, they just won.
Okay, but Shea is literally using the rules.
Greatness is boring.
He's following the rules to a T.
You said winning.
Maybe too closely.
You said winning. Just win.
From my
Known
knowledge,
Astros
he's not cheating.
Known 2017 Astros defender, Dart Goggins.
First of all, nope. Don't put that out there. It's not me. I've never been a fan. As you know, my Mariners. I'm still not ready to talk about it, but
NBA is fun right now. Not just Wemby, and obviously Wemby's a big part of it, but we've had so many guys go crazy. Defense doesn't really exist that much anymore, but
how's C-Flag doing?
he's struggling.
Oh, really?
He's struggling.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he had his best game in their last game. He had 20 points, 22 points. It was a rough first 2 games. He didn't score in his debut until the third quarter. He didn't get a basket.
Uh-oh. So
or
is
free
the Arch
throws.
Manning take, is that...
People, the streets are saying, nah, he'll be fine. He's 18. All of this is on Jason Kidd. Honestly, it's actually on Nico Harrison. And I don't think Jason Kidd's a great coach either. But they're having him run the point. And I know they're without Kyrie because of injury, which is unfortunate for them. But he'll be fine. It is a rough situation, I feel like, for him to go into.
Yeah.
Where the fans are still on the Luka stuff, and rightfully so. Also, Luka's played in only 2 games, but he had 45 and 49 or something.
Jeez. Shout out Luka.
He'll be fine, but it has been a rough start for him. But NBA is exciting. Tyrese Maxey is going crazy with VJ Edgecombe.
76ers, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Sixers. Embiid, not good.
No?
I mean,
Injured?
he's only playing 20 minutes a game because he's coming back from an injury from last year.
Okay.
But, and he's not happy about it. Team's doing.
He's not happy about the time limit that's been put on him? Okay.
He had some quote that was like, I might as well just stay home.
Okay.
Because in their first game, he had 4 points in 20 minutes.
Eesh.
I know, it was rough.
Eesh.
But
Okay.
it's been a great start to the season.
Okay. To wrap up this segment then, what are like the 2 or 3 teams, maybe 4, that are like so far in the early part of the season seem like they are headed on the up and up big time?
On the up and up, you mean exceeding expectations or like actual contenders?
Let's do actual contenders.
It's hard to say because a lot of the contenders right now are struggling.
Okay.
Like the Rockets, I think they're 2-2 or 1-3. They'll be fine. The Thunder are undefeated and they're contenders until they're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're undefeated, so you can't take anything away from them, and I'm not trying to. But they've had 2 double overtime games, and like last night they struggled against the Kings, who are bad.
Okay.
But they won, so that's all that matters. But they're there. They're old, but man, the Warriors could be good.
That would be fun.
But Curry, Butler, Draymond could be good. Al Horford, it's the unction in the Bay right now. Nuggets. I mean, the Bucks go as far as Giannis takes them. They added Miles Turner. Giannis and Wemby won their Conference Player of the Weeks.
Okay.
Giannis is averaging like 30-13 right now.
Good Lord.
Through a couple games. And Wemby is at 31-14 and 6 blocks.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll probably end up being something like, it'll probably be the West. I said Houston before the season. They've struggled so far. I don't know if they have enough shooting, but Thunder, Houston. Out of the East, probably the Bucks.
Okay.
Because the Celtics are struggling. They don't have Tatum this year because of his Achilles.
Ooh, that's right.
In the East, also, Pacers don't have Halliburton because of the Achilles. Oh, another thing. Did you see the clip of Jaylen Brown? His hairline?
No. Is it?
His hair is struggling.
Uh-oh.
But instead of embracing it
Uh-huh.
and letting it go, he does the paint.
Yeah,
the,
I was
spray.
about to say he gets a marker out.
Yeah, the marker.
Oh, no.
And so he was driving, and he went to post this guy up at the elbow. It was OG Anunoby. They were playing the Knicks. And he, put his head into him, smeared all over the white jersey of Anunoby. It was rough. Major or a loss there. That was tough.
Can't be doing that.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I'm telling you, get a Sharpie. That thing, I don't know. Maybe Sharpie will. No, Sharpie stays on your skin. That thing doesn't bleed. Just Sharpie that ish.
Thing bleeding, boo.
That thing bleeding. Yeah. I have not been a NBA watcher fan really. I've never had a team. So this week I was thinking of which team I should be a fan of, And the problem for me is I have to have one person that I actually like or like care about on the team to cheer for it in order for it to actually stick. Because like
Julio.
Exactly. Julio for the Mariners, Christian Pulisic for AC Milan. The thing is like I've said that I wanted to be a Stars fan, but the problem is I don't have a guy. I know I could, but there's none that like I genuinely
Nico.
am like invested in for whatever reason. With NBA, a guy that I could be invested in is Anthony Edwards. And so I'm considering like putting pen to paper, officially signing my contract as a fan for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it's a fun one to cheer for.
Yeah, he is a dog.
But Rudy Gobert. I hate Rudy Gobert.
I'm waiting it out though. I'm kind of considering my options before I sign a lifetime contract.
Wemby's calling.
I know, but I kind of like to be different. Like I like
You just want the attention.
I kind of like the the me against the world type. I mean, that was why it's fun being a Mariners fan, because up until the season it was that way. Because then when you're at the top, it's like, it's just you.
Hornets. I still think you should be a Hornets fan, even though they're in hell and they're about to get even worse.
That are Wizards.
The Hornets have LaMelo Ball. He's very fun, very good. They also just got Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Okay,
From
Creighton Legends, yeah.
So that dynamic duo, cock and ball torture.
Oh,
come on, man.
You're right.
It's tempting.
You might be right. Okay.
That's an all-time nickname.
They're on the list. Timberwolves, Hornets. I love the the Timberwolves jerseys. They have some cool ones. I would rock one. I just don't know if I like the Charlotte Hornets jerseys enough, but I don't know. We'll think about it.
There's still room in San Antonio. They haven't made the playoffs in 6 years, so it wouldn't be a bandwagon.
That's true. Yeah, I'll have to look, keep doing research and looking at my options. I just don't want to. I feel like so many people are on the Wemby train, but I get it. I'm not gonna let that influence my decision because, yeah. Okay. Anything else about NBA? Okay.
Not yet. Next week, probably it's just more Wemby glazing. Can't wait.
We'll do it. We'll do weekly. Okay. World Series talk. We've got. I mean, it's been a great series so far. Absolutely good. How does this? You're much more the baseball connoisseur than I am. Where does this so far stack as far as World Series? Like,
it's been great so far.
I've enjoyed
After that game 3, freaking 17 or 18 innings, whatever it went to.
Yeah, I had to go to bed, and then I had to get up for work at like 5, and I went to work. One of the guys that comes and swims, he's a Dodgers fan, and he wasn't there in the morning, and I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. You were up till 2 a.m. watching Freddie Freeman hit a walk-off nuke.
I tried. I mean, I turned it off at 1 a.m., and it was the 15th, so they went another 2 or 3 innings. Mm-hmm. I tried my hardest. I just couldn't do it.
18 innings, man. But first, I guess, so game 1, Blue Jays win. I believe it was 14 down 4, I believe. 13-4.
Yeah. Most runs scored in one inning in World Series history by the Blue Jays.
Okay. First pinch hit grand slam also. Addison Barger. Blue Jays win that one. I believe that one was in Toronto. Mm-hmm. Game 2, Yamamoto throws a complete game.
His second of the postseason.
That's crazy stat.
Unbelievable.
Dodgers win game 2. I believe it was was it close? I can't remember. I forget what the score was.
It was low scoring.
Okay. Game 3, 18 inning drama. There was a lot in this game. I mean, you had
Ohtani had 2 home runs in the first 8 innings.
Yeah, and okay, this was the game. So, I'm sitting in my house, right? Mm-hmm. Sitting at the house. my mom, she walks in, she goes, "Who's this guy up to bat or whatever?" And I was like, "This is the greatest baseball player of all time." And she was like, "Really? Over Babe Ruth and all this stuff?" And I was like, "Just watch. Next pitch, 400 feet, center field."
Mm-hmm.
He is 7 for 7 at home in the playoff, or I guess in the World Series. Do you know?
He was up to that, or in the, what was it? Yeah, for the games 2 and 3,
Okay.
he was 7 for 7.
7 for 7, 3 home runs, I believe, four extra base hits. And then they I didn't stay up. I think they walked him every time he came up to bat because it was just like, we don't want the game to end.
He reached base 9 times in game 3.
God.
He went 4 for 4, and then he got walked once, and then intentionally walked 4 times.
Yeah, that's that's just the ultimate, like, I guess, aura, to say the least.
He's
like,
unbelievable.
They're not gonna give you a chance
Nope.
to end the game.
Nope. That's that Barry Bonds treatment.
Seriously.
Barry Bonds used to get intentionally walked with the bases loaded. They'd rather give up a guaranteed 1 than give him the opportunity to make it 4.
Yeah, and that's essentially kind of, most of the time, at least that I saw, there was like 1 out already, nobody on, and they would walk him. But I was thinking, I was like, there was one where he was batting third coming up, and I was like, if these 2 guys get on, I think they would pitch to him, but they might also just they might just put bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we have a better chance of getting striking out someone in a double play than.
And they, in extras, intentionally walked 4 times, and they intentionally walked him, and then 2 guys after him are first ballot Hall of Famers in Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
Absolutely insane. And then game 4 was last night.
Mm-hmm. Ohtani started.
That's right. Vladdy hit a nuke off him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch. I was busy last night. But what were your thoughts on game 4?
To be honest, I didn't get to watch either until the 7th. So I got home and it was already 6-1 or 6-2.
Okay.
And it ended about there.
Okay. But Toronto evens the series.
2-2.
2-2.
Going back to Toronto no matter what.
Back to Toronto. So they'll play in LA this next one, and then
6 and 7.
6 and 7.
In Toronto.
In Toronto. Very, very good World Series so far.
It's been great.
All the stars are coming out, and it's been really exciting to watch. I've had a great time.
Oh, also in Game 3, Clayton Kershaw got on the mound.
I did.
Were you awake for that still?
I went to bed right before that, but I saw the highlight of him.
Yep. He got one batter. Batter.
It was just that one that I saw.
Yeah.
It was bases loaded.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, and they brought in Kershaw, and he got him.
Wow, that's cool.
Good for him, especially because he's already announced this is his retirement.
Mm-hmm.
This is his last ride. That's unless there's some blowout either way, probably the last time he'll pitch in MLB.
Yeah.
And his legacy is great. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. But part of his legacy, sadly, is that he's always choked in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So to have his last moment be a bases loaded 2 out stop was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Honorary Aggie. Clayton
Honorary.
Kershaw.
Yep.
Okay. Moving on. NFL talk. I feel really bad for Scattaboo. Really, really bad.
He's such a dog.
He's awesome.
He tried to stand up.
Did he really? I did see him telling his teammates, but
he put his hand up, and the trainers came out, and he was like, "I'm good," and they were like, "No, your leg is sideways," and then they put him on the cart, and as he was being carted off, he just started screaming like, "Let's effing go!" It's crazy.
He is electric. He is something. He's brought juice to the Giants team for sure. Him and Jackson Dart. Hopefully he gets healthy really soon and gets back out there because the Giants. I mean, they need him. They need him next year.
Also, with that, he went to the hospital. Obviously, they were playing in Philly, so he's in Philly. Big Dom, after the game, he brought him pizza and food for him and his family. He visited him in the hospital to check in and bring them food.
The Philly hospitality.
Come on. Everyone knows Philly's the most hospitable people.
They are known for their
brotherly
hospitality,
love.
yeah. City of brotherly love for sure. Other than that, though, all the other games were pretty...
I had fun.
Yeah, who'd the Texans play this week?
The Niners.
Oh, that's right. They did. I mean, that's a
good
win.
It was a good win. Their D-line, well, you saw finally, and I mean, I guess you saw it too against the Titans, but finally saw the Texans' offense whenever they're not playing a D-line that'll just eviscerate the Texans' O-line.
Yeah.
Stroud had his best game of the year, 320 yards, a couple touchdowns, had some rushing yards in there. Looked good.
Come on.
Looked
Texans
good.
on the rise.
If they win this week, they play Denver, who's legit. Denver doesn't have Pat Surtain. He's about to be placed on IR here to pec this week, which not happy for him about, but definitely shifts the odds for the Texans. So if that O-line can protect, that would be good. And they got a couple. They don't have a gauntlet the next couple of weeks, so this could be big.
Come on. Nico legacy game with Surtain out.
If he's in. He got a concussion. He didn't play this week.
Oh, really? But yeah, other than the Texans winning, all the other games were pretty blowout-ish, heavy. Colts,
They're a wagon.
I mean,
Daniel Jones.
JT,
Insane.
Danny Jones, like JT could win the MVP.
He's going crazy.
He is crazy. He's on my fantasy team. He gets me 30 every week, but he is still behind McCaffrey for points, which is just insane.
McCaffrey. You know McCaffrey has like the 6th most receiving yards in the NFL
I
right
did
now.
not know that.
He has like over 500 yards.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. How's your fantasy team looking these days?
Terrible.
No?
I'm in way too many leagues.
Yeah.
And none of my teams are like really bad, like have a bad record. Oh, this one, I'm opening it for the first time. I scored 190 in one of my leagues.
Good Lord.
I'm 6-2 now. In my dynasty, all my good players are on IR. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. It's been a rough go. I think I put up like 60 points. And my entire bench was full. It was either IR guys or bye weeks. So it was bad.
Yeah, no, that happened to me. So thankfully, this week I was in a situation where Breece Hall is on bye. Somebody else is on bye too, and I would have had to pick up a running back. Thankfully, I'm on a bye week, considering our league is we have an odd number of people. Could not come at a better time. I'm 5-3 in the one league that we are both in, and I'm feeling really good, honestly. I honestly, even though 5-3, I feel like my 3 losses they were just kind of like someone got injured that game, or someone they just had one really bad game. So I'm feeling fantastic with where I am right now.
One more NFL note.
Yes.
Jets got their first win.
That's right.
Happy for them. Happy for Aaron Glenn. Did you see the Justin Fields post-game interview? It was sad.
How so?
Because they got their first win, and he was asked about how he was feeling and how he's like weathered starting 0-7 or whatever. And he was like, I'm going to be vulnerable with y'all, which typically doesn't go well, being vulnerable with the media.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to do it anyway. He was like, this week I sat on the ground in my closet and like broke down, and I was crying because like for all these reasons.
That's not good.
It was sad.
That is
But
sad.
I'm happy for Justin Fields. He's had a rough go between the Bears under Matt Eberflus, which is so bad, and then getting traded or not traded. He signed with the Jets and it having such a bad start. So I'm happy for him. Happy for Aaron Glenn.
Do you want to give him a little motivational speech?
Sure. Justin, it's over. It's over, Justin. Just keep crying in your closet. There's nothing to look forward to. 1 in 16 incoming. Your career will never recover. I'm sorry. You've been asked to carry the boats. There's no point. Drop the boat. Give up. That's my big advice to you. Just give up.
Justin Fields, don't listen to him.
It's better be
Hopefully-
honest than blow smoke.
Justin Fields, if you want an actual motivational speech, Lou Holtz came on the pod last week.
Give that a listen.
Give that a listen. I guarantee you, with the win this week and Lou Holtz's words imprinted on the back of your eyelids, I think you will be. I think you'll find a lot of.
I didn't realize you had that audio saved. The music.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to start using that more.
Okay. Good. Yeah. It's on there. Okay. That's. Do you have anything else about NFL?
Do not.
Okay. AC Milan.
There we go.
There's, we're clapping because we're a process-oriented podcast. We're a process-oriented. I'm a process-oriented fan. We played. Who did we play? Pisa. So we played Pisa this week, right? Pisa just got promoted to the CDI, and so we're playing them this week. And final score ended up being 2-2, which a draw, not what we want considering we're at the top of the table. Here's the thing, though. Let me read off some stats for you guys. Possession, 67 in favor of Milan, 67.8% to 32.2%. Shots on goal, Milan 7, Pisa 2. Shot attempts, Milan 20, Pisa 8. Yellow cards, Pisa had 3, Milan only had 1. Corner kicks, Milan had 6 to Pisa's 2. And saves, Pisa had to save it 5 times, Milan did not have to save it at all. So, very similar to the Cremonese game at the very beginning of the season. They just had, their first goal was it was a handball by Milan inside the penalty area. De Winter hit it. Yeah, it just happened to hit his hand, but it probably would have. I don't know if it would have gone into the goal, but it was a shot on goal. So they scored off of that. Leao provided another goal. Hold on, I'm trying to think. So he had another goal very similar to the one that he had against Fiorentina, which was from the top of the box. And wait a second. I'm trying to remember how this game. Oh yeah. And then. Oh wait, 2 games have happened since the pod. I'm replaying the one from. I'm actually so confused here. Anyway, I can't. I'm confused right now. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. I need to figure this out. We had a draw. It was 2-2. I know against Pisa. I believe using a phone with this on is almost impossible. Yes. So yeah, against Pisa, this was on Friday. Okay, we 2-2. Leao is the score from the top of the box. They scored again I forget exactly how. It's 2-1 going into the 90. So the extra time granted was 96 minutes. On the 93rd minute, Atakame takes it from the top of the box, kicks it. It goes. It sneaks in the right post. 2-2. Game ends. Tie as a draw. And then on this Tuesday, we had a game against. It's not Atlanta. It's like. It's not Atlanta. It looks like Atlanta.
Against Atlanta.
They're playing Georgia Tech. I can't freaking do a password in this suit. At Atlanta. Yeah, so that ended up being a 1-1 draw. Ricci scored a goal in the first couple minutes, and then they evened it up later. So 2 draws, better I guess than losses, but it's tough keeping up with the top clubs, with Napoli, which I believe is up there. Roma, I think, is up there. Inter, I'm sure, is up there. Juventus. So 2 draws. Honestly, it seems as if, we're kind of just trying to get Pulisic back. I need him to come back. I need him to score more goals for my club because we really need to get to the Champions League this year. So yeah, that's the AC Milan update. Get Christian Pulisic healthy. Give him some of Michael Jordan's special stuff, secret stuff. Yeah. Well, we need to figure out. Okay. Since this is the Halloween episode, we've got some Halloween-themed segments. First segment that we're going to do 2. First segment, we're going to do scariest athletes we've ever seen. I wrote down, I have 1 for sure.
Okay.
We might have the same person because he is legitimately terrifying, but do you who wants to go first?
You could start.
Okay. I'll say this one. We'll see if you have it. Ndamukong Suh.
That's a good one. I didn't have him on my list.
Okay, good.
But I agree with it.
I vividly remember him stomping on somebody in the Texas-Nebraska game in 2009, Big 12 championship. It's where Justin Tucker kicked it, and it barely went in for Texas to go to the national championship. Ndamukong Suh, legitimately terrifying on the field, not because he's just a beat, but genuinely he gets angry.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Bo Pelini. Do you remember Bo Pelini?
I remember the name.
He would go absolutely bat crazy on the sidelines but that pairing together, I mean, good times thinking back on those. If you're a fan or you're someone watching, if you're a player on the other side of that, I'd get the heck out of there.
It's a good one. That's a good one. The first name that came to my mind, I guess 1-1, Cam Chancellor.
Yeah.
From the Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom, man.
Oh, my Lord. His highlights are one of one. For offense, you have Calvin Austin highlights, that everyone would watch. Defensively, oh, my God. He would be out there killing people.
Or Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin.
Yes.
Calvin Austin's a freaking receiver for the Steelers right now.
Calvin Harris.
But Cam Chancellor, I think it's the best defensive highlights you could watch. They're just laying the boom, killing people out there.
Yeah.
That whole Legion of Boom team, back with I'm going to mess up the names. Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman,
yeah,
Cam Chancellor. That was scary.
Those guys were tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to come up with. There's another terrifying athlete.
I have one for each sport.
Okay.
You want me to name the other 2 that might get your gears rolling?
Yes.
For baseball, this is an easy one, like cop out, but I kind of already talked about it. Barry Bonds would literally get walked with the bases loaded intentionally.
Yeah.
Most home runs ever hit. I mean, enormous. He was good on defense too. That doesn't really have to do with the scary part. But at the plate, last person you ever want to face, Barry Bonds.
Yeah. If you're a pitcher, or you're the opposing fan, I mean, it'd be the scariest thing watching him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then for basketball, not as much like Hall of Fame, or I mean, he might make the Hall of Fame, but just scary because it's our childhood. Prime Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
The lob threat. It doesn't matter how tall you are. He was going up.
Yeah.
He was going up and you weren't stopping him.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that kind of gets the gears rolling. I mean, Draymond Green.
You might just get kicked in the nuts.
Ask Jordan Poole.
Yeah. Yeah, you might get sucker punched. Might get kicked in the nuts.
Kevin Garnett.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't messing around out on that court. I'll tell you that.
Another baseball one, Mariano Rivera from the pitching side. I mean, he's coming into a game and they're blasting Inner Sandman by Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
Scary walk, great walkout. And then he would just carve you up. His cutter, best pitch of all time, Mariano's cutter. More men have walked on the moon than have scored on Rivera in the postseason.
That's insane.
And that was during their the Yankees dynasty run of the 2000s. Whenever they were in the postseason every year.
That's insane.
Scary.
I was looking at MVPs. Who's won the MVP in baseball?
Mm-hmm.
There were names, and I'm not I haven't watched. I'm a baseball watcher in October. So Miguel Cabrera was like that.
Miggy was like that.
Because he went back to back in MVPs. I saw.
Miggy was like that. 3,000 hit club.
Wow.
As of a few years ago.
Oh,
Just retired not long ago, but he was a dog. Triple Crown winner.
Josh Hamilton was on that list, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some other people too. I can't remember what else was on there, but
we could also turn and go to Aaron Hernandez, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Rashi Rice, Kareem Hunt. It's all football players.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Gotta watch out.
Yeah. Aaron Hernandez was like that.
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez would kill you on the field and then legitimately, not metaphorical, kill you off the field.
Yeah, he would walk the walk, that's for sure. Yeah, those are all the athletes I can think of.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not Hall of Fame, but he deserves to be on this list. Brian Cushing. You remember Brian Cushing?
I do.
Texan. I mean, he would take his helmet off and then go up and headbutt someone with a helmet on until his face was bleeding, and then he'd go crazy.
There was a different guy who would spit on people, right? It's like
Jalen Carter.
Gronik. I don't. There was Gronikowski or something.
Rob Gronkowski.
No, it was something like that, but he would spit on people. I thought there was some documentary about him, but maybe I'm probably butchering the name, so you're not picking up what I'm putting down. But okay, yeah, scariest athletes. And then in honor of Halloween, since we do talk about movies a lot, I think we have to at least put out a couple of good movies to watch on Halloween that are scary movies. I'm not super big into the genre. I feel like I've recently got into it a little bit more. So I have a list of 6 movies on here that are my favorite / I put top 5 horror movies, but it's literally the 6 horror movies that I've watched. Do you have, how many movies do you have? Did you write down?
None.
Okay.
I mean, I can think of some. I just I hate them, so I never watched them.
I don't blame you. And also, I think we mostly have the same because I think we've watched pretty much all of the same ones. So I mean, we can just go back and forth and say them because they're going to be the same. We've already talked about Weapons on here, but
Great movie.
I think it's a great movie because it's scary, but it's also not like, I don't know. It is pretty scary. So, but it's a good one. It's not. I thought it was really, really good. So I definitely recommend that one if you're looking for something to watch Friday night. You have one?
I mean, one that was always I loved. It was unsettling to me. Was Us.
Mm-hmm.
That one. It's not like a jump scare movie, but some of those jump scares with that eerie music, that would get me. That's a great movie.
I loved Us. I think it was until I saw Weapons, my favorite scary movie because it actually has a plot. It's not just like I love the plot of Us. And speaking of Us, Get Out, same director, Jordan Peele. Both of those I highly recommend if you haven't seen them already. I feel like most people have seen Get Out already. Us, if you haven't seen Us, highly recommend that one. The other ones that I've seen, so if you're like, if you want to be scared, if you're just like, I want to do the worst one, I would probably go with Hereditary.
That's what I've heard. Whenever y'all watched it in college, I literally left the house. I was like, I'm not even going to be in the house for this.
I don't blame you. It's I mean, if you like that sort of stuff, go for it. But I watched it mostly like this. So it wasn't. Yeah, if you like that sort of stuff, go for it. But Smile is another one.
I was going to say Smile.
That one cooked me.
Yeah, that one was creepy.
That one
Smile got me too.
That one was really creepy. And then this is kind of getting into our movie review, but Alien Romulus, kind of not really like. It's kind of, I guess it's an Alien. I mean, if you've seen Alien, it's just that type of movie. I thought it was really good. I'm a sci-fi person, so if you're a sci-fi guy, I highly recommend. But yeah, those are the only ones that I had written down.
Long Legs. I watched Long Legs.
Right.
I did not like it, but it was scary.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan on those types of movies, but every once in a while, it's kind of fun to spice it up. Okay, those are our Halloween movie recommendations. If you want to do that. Speaking of movies,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, that one's too scary. I wouldn't recommend that one to the listeners. Now. Movie review. I watched two. We watched two this week. You watched another one as well, but I already mentioned Alien Romulus, so we can start with that one. Do you want to start?
You can go.
Okay, Alien Romulus. I'm a sci-fi guy. I really liked it. I thought I still haven't seen Alien, so I guess that kind of. I just said I'm a sci-fi guy. I haven't seen Alien, but I really liked it. I thought it probably followed the formula that they've done for all their movies, but I thought the shots that they did were really, really good. It kind of reminded me of Blade Runner 2049-esque shots. The storyline was fun. It was entertaining. I don't even know if it was scary to say. I don't know if it was scary, but it was just kind of gross sometimes, but it was cool. I thought it was good. It kept my attention the whole time. What were your thoughts on it?
I liked it. It was good. It's a good movie. I'm not as big into that type typically, but I don't hate. I think I gave it 3.5. Good.
Yeah. I thought it was good. Moon. I don't know. Maybe my expectations were a little. Maybe I had different expectations for it, and maybe that's my fault. But I honestly, so I gave it 3 stars. I thought there was gonna be more to it.
Yeah, I was not that entertained.
Yeah, the actor who played Sam Bell, great job. He did a phenomenal job. But I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more out of it, and yeah, I just felt, yeah. So maybe it was my fault with the expectations, but yeah, it was all right. It was all right. What was the one that you?
I watched Point Break, old Point Break, not the remake. So it was young Keanu and Patrick Swayze. I liked it. It was corny as all get out, but it was like, who cares? It was entertaining. The plot is so funny, and it was still good. But the plot, for those of you who don't know, the plot is that young Keanu Reeves is playing a former Ohio State quarterback who then hurt his leg and pursued a career in the FBI, joins the FBI. His first mission is to go undercover with a group of surfers in Southern California who have been robbing banks to try to solve these bank robberies. So it's like he becomes a surfer, it was so fun. Like, the plot is hilarious, but it was good. I liked it. 3.5, I think, also.
Wow, okay.
I liked it.
I've heard of it, and honestly, I read a book called, I feel like, is Point Break, is that phrase popular for something? Because I
don't know.
I feel like there was I read a book called Point Break growing up, and maybe it was similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that there was a movie, that came out, and maybe that was it. Maybe that was the thing about it. But I've heard that phrase before, Point Break. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'll have to put it on the list for sure. Okay. Any other movie thoughts? Comments?
That's all I got.
All right. We're in the backstretch. Week 10 preview. To be honest, we've got a couple games on here that look good. Nothing too crazy. Let's start at the top. Vanderbilt is traveling to Austin to take on the Texas Longhorns. We've teased that this game is happening this week. We talked about it a little bit. What are your expectations going into this game?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch it. I mean, based on results and record, I do not blame anyone for picking Vanderbilt. Based on talent and home field and all that, I don't blame people for picking Texas. This is a big game. Obviously, it's a big game for both teams, just being in the back end of conference play or getting there. But this is a big game for Texas just because you have the loss against Florida, and then you beat OU with the whole John Mateer situation. Not to take away from it. They still played a good game. They won. And then overtime against Kentucky, very easily could have lost that game. Overtime against Mississippi State, very easily could have lost that game. Probably should have. Mississippi State handed it away. And so now you're at home, which is good, but you're facing a team who has one loss on the season to a good Alabama team at Alabama in a close game. This is a hard one for me to pick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've been burned picking Texas this year, but I want to keep picking them.
Yeah.
They have the edge talent-wise, and I think their coaching staff is good for sure. I don't think I think this year's just different because there's so much turnover. I think they're good. They may not be as they're the best coaching staff in the country, like people might have said last year. But this is hard. Do you know the line for this?
I don't know the line.
Guess it. Guess who's favored and by how much?
I'm gonna guess Texas 1.5.
Texas 2.5.
Okay.
Which it's crazy to me. And I mean, I get it. I totally understand the reasoning. But I mean, it's just crazy because watching, you're like Vanderbilt's better.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's here, you're like, still probably bet Texas.
I know.
It's just hard.
This is a really, really close game because Texas still is formidable, and they're only 5-2. So I mean, they still, as crazy as it sounds, they still kind of have what they want in front of them with only one SEC loss. And I know 2 losses overall, but one of those is to the number 1 team in the country. So, so Texas still and they're going to be at home. Vanderbilt also has everything to play for, but they're on the road. So it's going to be a good game, man. I think I'm going to pick Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Because I think it is a coin flip either way. I have to choose one of these teams. I still think Texas is 100% capable of winning this game, and it wouldn't surprise me in the least if Texas won. Vanderbilt has been playing very consistent football. Texas has not. That is the reason why I'm going Vanderbilt in this situation, even though it's on the road.
That's fair. This game, I think is going to be real low scoring. That's the hard part. Is like, I don't trust Texas offense against anybody. I mean, I know they just put up 45. It was in 2 overtimes. They had a special teams touchdown. I don't know. Yeah. Vanderbilt's offense, I trust a little more, but I don't think, like I was saying earlier, like Pavia, I respect the heck out of because he gets it done. But against this Texas defense, I'm not thinking, he's going to have 300 yards and 4 touchdowns or something.
Yeah.
I'm ever so slightly leaning Texas.
Okay. I don't hate that pick. I mean, at home and
they're so hard for me to pick every week. Every week.
That's the thing. Is like they easily could win this game but consistently, like I don't know. I'm choosing Vanderbilt, right? Because consistency, I think, is there.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm gonna go Texas.
Okay.
That's what my head's telling me.
I don't blame you at all.
But it's been wrong quite a bit. So
I don't blame you. That's why they play the game, man. Okay, Miami at SMU. It's kind of an interesting one. Miami, you lose one, and you're going to be able to keep it together. Again, I didn't. I think I'm going to pick Miami here.
yeah.
We were big Miami fans. Beginning of the season, they lose to Louisville. I'm still a Miami believer. I just think that Carson Beck needs to play within himself. And if he does that, I think they'll be able to win this game. But he tries to do too much.
I also will be taking Miami and honestly probably betting on him. I don't know the spread.
I don't either.
But let's see. Yeah, that AC. Oh my gosh. Guess the spread.
With your reaction, I'm going to say like Miami by like 4.5.
12.5.
What? I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Okay. Vegas is a Miami believer, it seems like.
I still am too.
I am too. They're a very complete team. When you throw, what did he throw? 4 interceptions?
Yeah, and that's part of it too for me is like I'm not throwing out their other games, which were very impressive, and they should have gone to overtime if it weren't for you can put it on Carson Beck, you can put it on the play call, but if you're against a good Louisville team, your quarterback has 4 picks or 3 going into that final drive, and you're still in a position to win the game or at least send it to overtime. I don't think that should take they suck now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm still a big Miami believer.
And as a coach, right? That's the hardest part is if you lose a game, you have to keep the team together. That's the big reason they're paying you the money that they are, because the preparation before the season is how to hopefully sustain them throughout the season. You got to put all that preparation in. But a big part of the coach's job during the season is handling adversity. How do you frame things? When do you say certain things, the right messages? These are the things that keep the team together and hopefully moving in a direction towards national championship aspirations, conference champions, yada, yada, yada. Indiana at Maryland. Do we think Maryland's going to do anything here? I don't.
You don't?
I don't. Yeah.
That's fair.
See, Indiana fans, changed man.
I don't think so either. Malik Washington's legit. The quarterback, the freshman.
For Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's legit, I think. Oh my gosh, I just pulled up his stats. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's also 6'5", 230. But I do think Indiana is the better team.
Yeah. I've shed my Indiana what I used to think about Indiana. And now I'm in the new age now. I've arrived. So I'm embracing that fully, and yeah. I'm picking Indiana this week. Georgia versus Florida. Florida-Georgia game.
Florida, Georgia.
Down in Gainesville,
Rivalry.
Florida. Do you think Florida, with a new interim head coach, you think that they would be able to compete with this Dogs team?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it'll be close.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'll show a lot how they play. And this is a tough opponent, obviously. But it could show a lot about how negative of an impact Billy Napier had. Like, if they came out and looked like a different team, that could show a lot about Napier. But I don't think he was the sole reason that they were performing the way they were.
For sure.
So,
but also, if they were to come out and beat Georgia, sometimes that gives you a jolt when you fire the head coach and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily, I don't think it necessarily is like, oh, Napier, like now they're going to, go, because I don't know, sometimes that stuff is just weird and it's all up here.
that's the Josh Pate strategy.
What? Fire?
He loves betting on teams with interim coaches or backup quarterbacks to cover.
Interesting.
Because he thinks Vegas doesn't give them. He thinks they get counted out too quick.
Yeah.
Too much.
I don't hate that. I honestly think there's something probably psychological about it, that the team just feels like they can play a lot freer.
Oh, I'm just curious to see Lagway, what he ends up doing.
I am too. Oh yeah, he might. Yeah, he could consider going in the transfer portal or something. That'll be very interesting to watch with all of the coaches being fired, and even like all the LSU recruits that who's the offensive lineman that committed to LSU over A&M?
Oh, Lamar Brown.
I'm curious if he would.
He's O-line and D-line.
I'm curious if he would flip because of it.
I watched a video from Steve Wiltfong last night that said Miami and A&M are pushing real hard for him right now. And he was down. Those were his top 3. And it seemed that Miami was third, A&M was second. But apparently they're both pushing real hard for him.
Wow. Something to watch out for sure. Okay, Oklahoma at... Oh, I picked Georgia?
Yeah, I did
You
too.
picked Georgia? Okay. Oklahoma at Tennessee. Or Oklahoma. We've already talked about what they have left on their schedule. What are you thinking here? Tennessee's offense versus Oklahoma's defense.
I think Joey Aguilar's going to cook.
I think so too. I'm picking Tennessee on this
I am
one.
too. I feel so bad. I kind of already talked about it. I feel bad for Oklahoma.
I do too.
Because it's just a totally different team than it was earlier in the year. It's obvious to expect if you get hand surgery and return, whatever it was, 17 days later, that it's not going to be the same level of production.
Yeah.
And so I was feeling good about OU earlier in the season, but having that surgery and how he's looked since then, and considering OU's run game is practically non-existent outside of Mateer, I'm going Tennessee.
Yeah. I'm also going to go Tennessee because I think Tennessee's offense is... They have, I believe they're the highest scoring offense in the SEC.
Yeah.
If I looked at that correctly. With A&M and... Honestly, I think A&M's second. Could be wrong. But yeah, I think Tennessee gets it done. I just think their offense is really good. OU's offense has been struggling a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they did all right against Ole Miss, but I don't know. Picking Tennessee on that one. USC at Nebraska. This is actually kind of an interesting one because it's USC on the road.
Yeah. Changes it a bit.
Nebraska's a tough place to play. Very passionate down there or up there in Lincoln. I'm just gonna go with who I think is better, and it's USC.
I agree. That's going to be high on my confidence list on the pick'em.
Okay.
I just think USC's better.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because Nebraska got blown out by Minnesota, I believe.
Yeah, they got killed.
Yeah.
They put up 6 points.
That's not good at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and then last but certainly not least, my Cincinnati
I knew it was
Bearcats
coming.
and Utah. At Utah.
Is Devon Dampier healthy?
I actually don't know. You know who I'm picking in this game.
Yeah, and I'm going the opposite.
All right. It's your loss. Yeah,
Time will tell.
if Cincinnati wins this game, they would be undefeated in Big 12 play, and their only loss would be to Nebraska, ironically enough.
It's a night game in Salt Lake City.
Piece of cake. We love playing on the road. We love the challenge.
Yeah, I got Utah. Guess the spread.
I don't know the spread.
Guess who's favored?
I'm assuming Utah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just go 3.5.
10.5.
Doubt us.
The disrespect.
Doubt us.
Bulletin board material.
Doubt us. Cincinnati carries the boats. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, we're looking to have the team come down to, can't tell you where, but we're having them come down. We'll do some training, walk the boats back and forth, do a little medicinal tent, hanging out, and, we'll get the boys right before Utah. Okay, that's all I've got written down. You have anything else?
It's up from me.
Okay. Happy Halloween.
Stay safe.
To all of our listeners. and now viewers, if this actually recorded anything. Yeah, we're gonna get this out to you as soon as possible, and yeah, I guess we'll see you next week.